Hey guys, Dewey Runs here. It is April 2nd, which means we are one day into the April Fool's Trickster event for Pokemon Go. And with that, there are some new spawns out there. There are some new quests out there. So I wanted to give you a review of the 4 new quests that they have to see if there's anything you should be focusing on, should be tossing, see where we can go from there. I'm going to have my review of the April standardized quests that are out for the entire duration of the month in another day or two. But given that this is only going on for a week, let's get them out of the way real quick here, okay? The first one I want to go over is potentially the most interesting and maybe the most talked about, and that's going to be Catch 3 Ditto for a Croagunk. I think I'm going to disappoint some of you here. I'm going to rate this one 2-star trash. Now, let's talk about what is potentially exciting about this. Croagunk is PvP relevant. It's a great one. And second of all, there's a brand new shiny out. And personally, I really don't care about shinies for the most part. But this is a good looking shiny. Even for someone like me that I don't care. This is a nice little turquoise color. So it's a pretty exciting one. So does that mean it's good? Unfortunately, in this case, no. So here's the thing. First of all, the shiny rate is 1 in 500. All the scanner sites are saying. So again, you should never ever do any quest for the purposes of hoping for a shiny that's a 1 in 500 rate. If you want to do it for a boosted rate that's somewhere between 1 in 50 to 1 in 75, absolutely that's worth your time. But you are not going to get a shiny off of a 1 in 500 rate. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, PvP relevance. Yes, it is relevant in PvP, but specifically for Great League, everybody, if you're into PvP, you know that you want something with low attack, 0 to 1 attack, generally speaking. You're not going to get that off of Quest. Quest is going to be a minimum of 10. So you're going to be better served by hunting for these in the wild. Even though they're rare, it's going to be more worth your time if you're looking for one that's specifically for PvP. Finally, a big part of the rating here does come into how long it takes to complete a quest, right? So I think this is being a little bit underestimated in terms of how long this takes here, okay? So Dittos are certainly boosted for this event, and obviously Voltorb and not Shroomish, Fungus have been thrown into the Ditto pool, and those are all over the place. However, that doesn't mean Ditto is as prevalent as you think it is, okay? Catching 3 Ditto can prove cumbersome. First of all, you don't know when you have one. There are certainly a lot of quests out there that say something in a variety of catch 3 grass type, for example, catch 3 flying type. Sometimes they even specify it, catch 3 snow run, catch 5 delibird. And sometimes during those events, those are a little bit harder to come by. But at least when you've come by one, you know it, right? You see one pop up on the nearby. You see one pop up right in front of you or on an incense. So at least when it shows up, you know you have it. That is not the case with Ditto, right? And it's still hard to tell, even up until the point that you've caught one, whether or not you've actually caught one, right? Let's look at Fungus, which can possibly be a Ditto. Well, here's the problem. You come upon a high CP Fungus. Fungus is hard to catch enough as it is. So if you throw 3-4 balls at it and it keeps popping out, well, is it actually a Ditto? And Dittos are obviously harder to catch, or is it just hard to catch because it's a high CP Fungus and they're difficult to catch anyway? You might waste a minute or two on this. Maybe it runs away, and maybe you catch up and you catch it and you find out it wasn't a Ditto after all. So this is actually way more difficult and time consuming than I think people might be led to believe with other catch 3 of a specific type of Pokemon type of encounter. So yeah, given the time it takes to do this and the payoff for this, which is a non-shiny, probably 82% Croagunk on average, I would toss this every single time. Next one, earn 3 candy walking with your buddy for a Stunkfish. I am also rating this 2-star trash, okay? Yes, I'm aware this is a new Pokemon, but you have to remove that from the equation. Stunkfish is going to be out there. Every single Pokemon that's ever come out has always been boosted in another event, has always come back in another quest, and it's always come back easier to obtain as well. I remember a summer ago, the big popular catch was catch 10 ground type for Sandshrew, and people were losing their minds because Sandshrew was a 1 in 500 shiny, and they really, really wanted it. And they would stack 3 of these and spend 4 days trying to catch, 10 ground type that just didn't exist in their area, and they were always disappointed. And then, sure enough, Sandshrew has come back in like 15,000 events since then. In terms of boosted spawn rates, much easier to obtain. So you have to look at your investment into this game. Do you actually need 15 Stunkfish right now, or do you need like 1 or 2? Right? I think you need 1 or 2 right now. I know it's going to be a monster in PvP, but Great League in terms of the Pokemon Go game isn't going to be back for another month or so, and even then, maybe they have restrictions and you can't even use Stunkfish as an eligible Pokemon. So there's no reason to have 50 of them right now. Find the 1 or 2 in the wild off of the nearby, right? Or just running into one. As rare as it is, if it's a new Pokemon, you'll find one as a shadow, right? Because those take priority on the nearby. So catch your 1 or 2, be done with it. Here's some other reasons why this is a poor quest. The earning candy walking with your buddy mechanic is weird for a number of different reasons. First of all, it wildly fluctuates based on which buddy you're walking. So the fact that you should just switch your buddy out to a 1 kilometer one instead of a 5 kilometer one just for the purposes of finishing this doesn't make a ton of sense to me. I'm aware you can use one of your best buddies, and get them excited to cut the walking distance in half. I'm not really sure how necessary that is. Do you really want to go through the hassle of getting them excited just to reduce the walking distance? I'm not sure if that's worth it or not. Now, on top of that, you get weird mechanics like this. The problem with these quests is once you start, you can't interrupt it, right? So it's kind of like a win 5 race. Once you start it, you have to keep it with you the whole time. What that does is it eats up other quests that you could be earning stuff on. And generally speaking, I think people are going to stack 3 of these at the same time. So the whole time you're walking, presumably your 1 kilometer buddy, you can't do anything else. Obviously you can catch, but in terms of quest, there's nothing else you can do. This is eating up all your slots. So that's going to take a significant amount of time. And then finally, it's still a weird mechanic where people will walk their buddy like to 0.9 of 1 kilometer and then collect all 3 of these quests really quickly, even though they're really, really rare. Maybe they drive around to get them and then start. So it's really kind of like a walk 2.1 kilometers with your buddy type of quest. I don't know. The structure of these quests is just weird to me. It shouldn't be attached to earning a candy. I think it should just be walk X number of kilometers and make it nice and a lot more clean, so you're not relying on a buddy and switching them in at the exact right time. There's just a lot of things I don't like about this quest, both in terms of the execution and how it works, and the reward you're getting. So 2-star, trash it. The next one, this is actually going to be my highest rated star-wise quest of the event, although it does not get the Dewey Runs quest of the event, oddly enough. So the next one I'm going to talk about is Give Your Buddy a Treat for a Pseudo-Wudo. This is 4-star treasure. This is nice and quick. Giving your buddy a treat takes, I don't know, 15 seconds, something like that, even with the clunkiness of going into the menu and having them pop on the screen and all that stuff. So it's a little clunky, but it's nice and quick. The reward's pretty nice too. It's a Pseudo-Wudo. It's a 1 in 500 shot shiny, so you're not going to get a shiny off the quest most likely. But some nice dust in there. It's great for completing a lot of the other throw quests, right? It has a nice, easy... It's one of the best ones to throw, an excellent throw on, certainly a great throw. So if you have any other quests that are like, a spin to quest, throw an excellent throw 3 great curves in a row type of stuff, this is going to be what you want for it. So do this every single time. Great quest, 4-star treasure. Finally, my last one, even though it isn't rated quite as high, is going to be my Dewey Dewey Runs quest of the Trickster event. This is catch 3 Voltorb for 5 Pokeballs. This is 3-star treasure. Okay. Now, some of you are going to be shaking your heads at me. I'm going to tell you why I like this quest. First of all, in comparison or kind of against what the walking or earning 3 candies while walking with your buddy quest is, this one is kind of tailored towards the COVID thing, right? It's giving you a little bit of extra balls to work with. So that's One, although maybe it's a smaller point. Two, I love theme in quests. One of my favorite quests of all time is Transfer 3 for Sableye because it's thematic. You're like killing off Pokemon to get like a ghost type of evil Pokemon type of thing. This is kind of similar. Obviously, Voltorb is a Pokemon that's designed to look exactly like a Pokeball. Um, in the main games, it has allusions to or alludes to the main games in which you would walk up, think you're picking up Pokeballs, and a Voltorb would pop out. This is just thematic as heck, so that's absolutely fantastic as well. Um, Finally, this is nice and easy to complete. Voltorbs are not exactly hard to come by. They're absolutely infesting the entire world right now because of the event. So this can get done nice and quickly as well. So I'm going to do this every time. I'm going to stock up on Pokeballs a little bit here. 3-star treasure. So yeah, that's it for the Trickster event. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Was I a little bit off? Was I totally off? Did I have my ratings completely off? Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Until then, take it easy. This is Dewey Runs signing off.